What's up, everybody? It's Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, and I'm back today with another product unboxing and review. And what is it that I'm unboxing and reviewing, might you ask? This, bam, the LituFOTO N126 bicolor LED video light. Wait, let me grab that. I want to show you something. You see this packaging? If there's any complaint, I'll just get to it. If there's any complaint, which is really minor, but it's a complaint to me. The only complaint that I want to say I have is the packaging shows the N126 with a red back. My N26 has a black back. I mean, doesn't really matter. That's why I said it's a minor complaint, if any. But still, it has a black packaging or a black casing. I wouldn't mind to have a red casing like the package, but either way, let's roll the intro and get to this light. What's up, everybody? So like I said, I'm back with another unboxing and review. And what am I talking about? You already know. This guy, the LituFOTO N126. Had to toss that again, right? But here's the actual light. It's a bicolor LED light with 126 LED light beads. That's where the model number N126 comes from. And just for size comparison, my phone is a Galaxy Note 8, and this is the LituFOTO. Let's see. Well, my phone's a little bit taller, but the width is about the same or close to the same. Can you see that there for measuring purposes? I mean, you know, yeah. My phone is, what, about 1.5 inches bigger than this? So that's just to give you an idea of the size of this bicolor light. But aside from my little gripe earlier in the intro when I was talking about the black casing versus the red casing, aside from that, this light is pretty solid. It's pretty dope. Metal casing, can't go wrong with that. You don't want to drop stuff. You're not clumsy like me. I mean, not that I drop stuff all the time, but I do trip over stuff all the time. So the metal casing comes in handy for situations like that. But out of all the LED light panels that I've reviewed, not talking about my bigger light panels like my newer NL660s, but the Waylight that I did, and just last week I did a review for the Hagibis RGB light. They all have metal casings with the translucent package or plastic on the front rather. But the difference in this light from those two right off the bat, aside from the fact that it is only a bicolor light, and I don't say only like it's a bad thing, but in comparison to the RGB lights, but the difference is, check this out. Let me turn it on real quick. Well, you got your power button on the side there. Let me see if you can get in there and see that. You got your power button and you have your switch button, selector switch, and I'll show you what that is really quick. And you have your, basically your 5-volt in charging, and you have your 5-volt out charging. That is sweet, but that's not the only sweet thing about this light that I want to talk about. What is sweet? Let me just show you really quick before I turn it back off. Let me get in there. Right now, you can see up in the corner there, it shows you how much battery power you have, how much battery life you have. And I'm not going to list all the technical specs. Well, I'm not going to talk about the technical specs. I'm just going to list them right over here so you can see them. And I'm going to leave them there just so you can check them out while I'm blabbing and talking your ear off. But anyway, if you look at that, you'll see that it shows, well, let me make sure it's focused in there. It shows the light power, or it has 12 hours of light time, right? Or battery time or functionality or whatever. But if I was to, let's see, let me turn it up. If I was to increase the light output, you can see how bright it is on my face. If I was to increase the light output, you notice the battery time drops. It dropped from 12 hours to like 40 something minutes. But if I go back down, what am I at? That's at 85%. That's at 100%. And it gives me only 40 minutes. Yeah, granted, it's not fully charged. If I charge it all the way up, of course, the life battery life would last longer per application. But as I dropped the battery power, you notice it went down to 12 hours if I was using it at 1%. I mean, not gonna really use it at 1%, but you get the point, right? That is pretty sweet to have an indicator like that, indicator to let you know how much battery life you have, as opposed to, I mean, yeah, the battery meter is gonna show you what your battery life is, but the battery meter doesn't necessarily show you how much battery you have as you increase the output of your light. And that is pretty sweet. Also, let me show you this. I'm gonna actually turn the light off. Hold that for a second. Turn it off. Now, I showed you that it has the 5-volt in for charging. Oh, let me get in there. Can you see that? 5-volt in. You charge it right there with the USB Type-C. But it also has a 5-volt out. And you know what that's good for? Well, here's the, bam, the Type-C charger. Bam. And this is sweet too because it has the right adapter for my Galaxy Note phone. But if I plug this into the light, even with the light being off, watch this. My phone is off. I'm gonna plug it in, and let me focus first. Plug it in, watch that. Look at that. It's charging my phone. And this thing's not even on. It's charging my phone because it has a super high capacity 4040 volt milliamp rechargeable battery. That is sweet. None of the other lights have that output capability, so that gives this light a win right off the top, just on the fact that it can do that. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily think of using my light as a power bank, but if the situation called for it and you needed it, you got that capability. That is sweet. But back to the light itself, it is a bicolor light, so let me just go ahead and increase the intensity just a little bit. But that multi-function button here, you increase the intensity and it drops down if you hit that button, and now you can change the color temperature. Color temperature range is what, 3200, which is a warm temperature, all the way up to 5200 Kelvin, I believe. Well, let me double check that spec. 3200 to 5600 Kelvin, and that's going to go from very warm tone to daylight light, right? But when I make that switch, I can actually go ahead and change it. I know you can't, well, you can see the color temperature changing on my face as I'm changing this, and it basically goes from the warm LEDs only over to the white LED only, and then you can actually meet in the middle. So let me turn this power down. Let me see if I can, that's at 1%. Let me, I don't know if I can get it done to where you guys can see the color, or the LED beads rather, but I'm just trying here. But, you know, take my word for it. Trust me, it's a bicolor light, and if you're familiar with any type of bicolor LED lights, you know that it has the yellow side of lights and it has the white side of lights. So, with that being said, you can actually adjust that accordingly with this spring-loaded rocker switch on the side. Well, let me turn the light off so it doesn't blind you guys. But it has a spring-loaded rocker switch. Can you see that? There we go. Spring-loaded, so you know you can go ahead and control your temperature and your actual output. This is sweet. I mean, this review is going to be pretty short because this light gets straight to the point. Bicolor, 5-volt in for charging, 5-volt out to charge your phone, or even possibly charge another LED light if you have two. That's sweet. Has a multi-function button here to let you know that you're going to switch from the power output to the color temperature, but also it lets you know what your battery output and life expectancy is as you're using the light. That is sweet. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all. But just to show you, I know you saw it in the unboxing, let me just show you really quick. Once again, you got the LED light panel that it comes with. You have the USB Type-C charger, which is pretty dope. It fits my phone. And like most of these lights are starting to come with, it comes with the velvet pouch. I think one of my other lights or kits came with like a nylon pouch, which is cool. But this is velvet. It's pretty smooth. Soft to the touch. I like it. But aside from that, and of course your instruction manual, get in there, bam, pretty much straight to the point. Bicolor light, warm, cool, or meet somewhere in the middle, adjust it accordingly. Pretty cool. It is only a 9-watt battery, as you saw in the specs that I listed there. It is only a 9-watt battery, so I wouldn't necessarily use it for video. Well, I would use it for video, but maybe specifically like a hair light or something, or accent light, maybe to light up under this big bushy beard, you know, something like that. But as you know, I do a lot of product photography, still photography. This light will definitely come in handy when I'm doing some still product photography. That way, when I use this light, I don't have to necessarily bring out my whole kit. I don't have to bring out my bigger lights, my Alien Bees lights, or my Neewer NL660 panels and set everything up. I could just set this up on a small tripod, especially if I'm photographing something small size, or even doing a video of something small size. This light comes in handy. It's absolutely perfect for that. This is a good investment. Off the top of my head, I do forget what I paid for it, but of course, I almost always forget what I paid for it, but I'm going to put a link up, and I'm going to put a screenshot up of exactly what I paid for this light. And on a scale of 1 to 5, with the exception of the red casing in exchange for the black casing, I'm going to give this light a 4.99. And I'm only taking 0.001% off just because the case wasn't red. It's not false advertising, but when I opened the package, I was hoping to see it red, and I didn't, but that's okay. I'll bypass and skip the color for functionality, and it functions perfectly. Perfectly. Does exactly what I needed to do. So if you're considering getting one, hopefully this review helped you make your decision. Let me know if you got yours with a red or a black case. Maybe we can trade, maybe not, or you could just point and laugh at me and say I got a red case and you didn't. Either way, this is Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, and if you like what I just did in this short, quick review, please consider giving your boy thumbs up. And as always, I always try to make sure that I respond to your comments every single time. Sometimes I'm not getting my notifications for whatever reason, but when I do get my notifications, even if I'm late, I still do my best to reply to you guys, even if it's just a like or a heart for one of your thumbs up. There's the heart, something like that, right there, right, for one of your comments, you know, just appreciation. And if you like these reviews and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do and that I'm getting better at actually doing, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a whole lot, keeps me motivated to go. But even if you don't subscribe, I'm still gonna keep making videos. So anyway, hit that like and subscribe button. This is Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media. Penny's taking a nap because she gets bored when I'm doing my filming, but maybe she'll make a appearance in the next. Matter of fact, she's gonna make an appearance now. Penny, there you go. Yeah, there's Penny in the bright lights. Say hi. There you go. This is Ahmed and Penny with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, and we'll see you in the next video. Good girl.